Before I go into Bayesian networks, let me briefly review some basics of probability theory. First of all, what is a probability? There are different interpretations of probabilities, including the frequentist interpretations. The probabilities represent the physical tendency of something to occur, measured as a relative frequency, if the situation is repeated many times. You have the Bayesian or subjective interpretation, where probabilities represent subjective degrees of belief in outcomes. And you have the logical interpretation, where probability is seen as an extension of logic and a tool for reasoning under uncertainty. But irrespective of interpretation, probability provides a framework for reasoning under uncertainty. The rules for reasoning follow from these basic axioms. So probabilities are positive real numbers. The sum of all possible outcomes is 1, and the probability of two mutually exclusive events equals the sum of their individual probabilities. Other important concepts include the joint probabilities and conditional probabilities. And Bayes' theorem let us reverse the conditioning, which allows us to reason in multiple directions. I like to point out that in fact all probabilities are conditional, because anyone can give a probability value, but what is it really based on? It could be informed by years of data or a random guess by some intern. There exist several extensions of probability theory to try to incorporate additional dimensions of uncertainty, but in my mind, these eventually end up with a similar problem as they try to resolve. So my preference is therefore to stick to the usual probabilities, but to keep track of my assumptions and evaluate their effects. And in fact, this becomes easier in Wolfram language, where you don't need to assign probabilities, but you can handle them symbolically. So what are Bayesian networks? In practical applications, we are often interested in multivariate probability distributions, such as the probability over variables A, B, and C. Note that we can write such distributions in factored form, and they can be represented graphically as acyclic directed graphs, where the nodes represent variables and the edges represent dependence relations. These need not be causal relations, but we often use knowledge of causal relationships to construct them. So BNs offer a compact way to represent probability distributions over many variables. Essentially, the number of parameters you need to specify the factored form is much less, or can be much less, than what you would need to fill in a table of probabilities for all the possible variable combinations. And once you have a Bayesian network, you can use Bayes' rule to reason about how evidence about any set of variables affect beliefs about any other set of variables. Yes, and I should note that Bayesian networks are usually restricted to categorical variables. We can deal with continuous variables by discretizing them. There are also extensions to continuous variables, but they put some restrictions on the types of distributions and relationships you can have. So the Wolfram language has extensive support for probabilistic modeling, as you can see here from the documentation. And it also has support for categorical distributions, both for univariate and multivariate distributions, as you can see here. So I'll show you. You can, with probability distribution function, you can create distributions from other distributions, but it doesn't support products of categorical distributions. So I'll tell you later how I was able to overcome this limitation. But first, let me demonstrate how to do BNs with my Paclet. So first of all, why did I make it? It was two reasons. One is that I have missed this functionality in Wolfram language for many years. And secondly, I just wanted to learn how to make a Paclet because I haven't done it before. So it was those were the reasons. And then I had some design principles in my head when I did it. One was to imagine this already was part of the Wolfram language. How would I like it to be? How would I like to use it, for example, with existing functions like probability? And I also wanted to try to make it look and feel native. So let me show you some examples. So the Monty Hall problem is a famous problem from a game show. So imagine you are presented with 3 doors. Behind one door is a car, the price that you want, and behind the other 2 doors are goats. You choose one of the doors, and the game host, he knows, of course, what is behind the doors. He opens another door, where he knows there's no car, of course. And so there's a goat behind it, and then asks you, do you want to stick to your original choice or switch to the other unopened door? So you can formulate this as a Bayesian network. Note how I do it here. So the way I see how I define each of the variables using categorical distributions wrapped in a function, so that I can define dependency between the variables like this. And then I initialize my Bayesian network like this. I give basically a list of dictionaries, where each dictionary has the name of the variable and the distribution. I can plot it like this. If I give vertex labels probabilities, then it plots these bar charts of the probabilities. You can also get some information about it. So what happens? Suppose you select door A and the host opens door C. What should you do? So you can calculate it like this. Probability of car equals A, conditional on selected equals A, and open equals C. So you can calculate like this. You get 1/3. If probability of the car is B, conditional on selected equal A and open equals C, you get 2/3. So obviously, it's better to choose this one to more likely that the car is behind door B. So you can also plot it, and you get some nice advanced functionality for free in the Wolfram language. So here's another example similar to the previous one, where I have defined probabilities for this famous wet grass example. So you have imagine the grass can be wet either because the sprinkler is on or because it's raining. And here I have just defined all the variables with numeric probabilities. But since this is Wolfram language, you can, of course, also do it. And you can reason with it like I showed before, but you could also do this actually with some symbolic probabilities. So in this case, I define one of the variables with symbolic probabilities. So then I display it like this, and you see the symbolic probabilities then propagate. You could even do it with all symbolic probabilities. And then you can do computations and probability computations where you get the answer in symbolic form. And you can even do even more complicated queries, because typically with Bayesian network implementations in other languages, it's restricted to very simple kind of queries. So basically, probability of one variable conditional on one other usually is the kind of the scope of what you can do. But because this is the Wolfram language and I use the probability function, you can do much more advanced things. So let me say a bit about how I implemented this. So there were two main issues that I needed to overcome. The first of them was to make probability work with named variables. Because in principle, you could just use the probability function in the Wolfram language, where you just define basically that you have a set of variables distributed according to some multivariate distribution, but then you need to remember every time the sequence or the order of those variables. So the way what I did to overcome this was to keep track of named variables using slots internally in my code. So I gave each of them a name. And then I overloaded the probability function so that it works with constructs like this. Like you have basically probability and then some function and the model object. And then to make probability distribution work with categorical variables, I noted that there are actually two ways of doing categorical distribution in the Wolfram language. You can do it with categorical distribution, but you can also do it with empirical distribution. And if you do that, you note that they behave differently when you try to retrieve the PDF functions. So empirical distribution, it directly produces a symbolic PDF function in terms of bool. This is exactly what I need to be able to construct multivariate distribution in my model. But the problem is still that domain is categorical, which probability distribution doesn't like. So the way I solved that was to introduce a domain mapping. So basically, I just enumerate my variables, and then I have to map back and forth. So you can just briefly see how I did it. Basically, to create a Bayesian network, you extract the names and distributions from this list that I give, create a graph from it, because I know from the variable names, I can derive the graph structure. And then transform all the distribution into integer domains, replace the named variables by dummy variables with numbers, create a joint distribution, and then basically I store that in the Bayesian network object. And then to make it look more native, I learned with some help from people at Wolfram how to make it look like similar to what, for example, a neural net would look like in Wolfram language. To compute the probabilities, the way I did it was to overload the probability distribution, the probability function. So you see again, I have to transform the expression into the dummy variables, then map it back basically. But then I just used the probability function in the function to compute all the probabilities. And for plotting, I just similarly just overload the graph function, and I added this possibility that you can have, if you have vertex labeled probabilities, then I plot these bar charts with probabilities on the graph. So what have I learned from this? There are some advantages of implementing Bayesian networks in the Wolfram language. The nice thing is that we can use existing inbuilt functionality, so very little code had to be written. And also the fact that Wolfram language naturally supports numeric and symbolic probabilities. And this is very nice if, like I said in the beginning, sometimes you may not be confident about the probability values. So you want to keep them symbolic and then maybe look in the end when you have your answer, how sensitive is my conclusion on changing that number. So that's very easy to do in Wolfram language when you have symbolic expressions. It would be much more, would take more time and be more difficult to do if you didn't have that possibility to have symbolic probabilities. And also I showed you that you can do these arbitrarily complicated queries in a new condition. It's not restricted to simple probabilistic queries. Of course, there are limitations, and one is that it's currently very slow for large networks. By large, I don't mean very large. Even when you have like tens of variables, it can become slow. And the reason for that is very simple. It is because I didn't implement any of the specialized algorithms that are typically used for inference in Bayesian networks, because I wanted to rely on the existing functionality in the Wolfram language and the probability function. But of course, this is something one could probably do quite easily, to add these specialized algorithms for inference in a more efficient way that makes use of the factored form of the probability distribution. And also, I must say that the way I transform between variable names, it feels a little bit hacky. Maybe it could have been done in a more elegant way. So possible next steps. As I mentioned, it would be possible to implement some efficient inference algorithms. In addition to that, it might be possible, or it would, of course, it would be possible, I don't know exactly how to do it, to add algorithms to learn BNs from data. It would also be nice to add some support for importing common file formats so that one could take something created in another implementation and import it and work with it in the Wolfram language. And also to do discretization of continuous distributions.